Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. So here we'll take a look at difference between BlocBuilder, BlocListener, and BlocConsumer. Now here is my basic app, and take a look at this app. So over here I'm going to minimize it, this screen, and now we are going to relaunch our app, and I want you to observe two things. So over here inside this BlocListener I have a print message which says I'm listening 1, and inside BlocBuilder, I have another print message where it says that I'm listening to. So first we'll take a look. If we restart our app, what happens? And we only see that this message where I'm listening to is being called, which also means that this BlocBuilder over here getting called, actually nothing is being listened over here. And of course, because we are listening to the state changes, we are observing the state changes, so we fall to these categories. Okay, now that what happens when we first boot up our app. Now this app is more interactive, and we want to see what happens. Now over here we'll click on this and it will pop up a new page, and we see there's no changes yet. And over here I'm going to submit a form, and I'll call it in the form field I'll say skirts and price say 30. And over here we do see that no printing messages. Now as soon as I click on this, we'll have some changes. So as you see, we clicked on this over here. Now we do see that over here I'm listening 1, which is over here. This is getting called, but of course at the same time this is getting called. Now what is happening over here? Of course, if we see the log message, we see that printing 2, this is getting called first, and then we see that I'm listening 1, which is over here, this one being called. So these are the way it's happening. This is the sequence. So what happens over here, if I click on a button, if I submit a form, so if you check carefully, so here pops up a message over here, pop-up message. Now this is where BlocListener shines. I mean, BlocListener is useful because I want to show something. So it's more like navigating to a new route, or if you want to show a snack bar, in that case you need to wrap your app scaffold, or inside scaffold you can use BlocListener, and inside the BlocListener you can use BlocBuilder. But actually, so what is the take away from this? The idea is, if you want to listen to changes and navigate to new routes, then you can use BlocListener, and inside BlocListener as a child you can use BlocBuilder. But of course you can also use BlocBuilder on its own without BlocListener, but BlocBuilder could be inside BlocListener. And from BlocListener we also listen to states. So this is a state over here, we listen to it and we triggered a new snack bar, or even you can navigate to a new route. But on the other hand, over here inside this BlocBuilder, actually we are returning, as you see, widgets. So this is another major difference. Inside BlocBuilder you can't return actually a route, you have to return a widget. But if you want to return a route or a snack bar, you should go ahead with BlocListener. So this is the basic difference. And there is the other one actually, which is called BlocConsumer. Now actually BlocConsumer is a combination of BlocListener and BlocBuilder actually, and nothing else changes. So over here, instead of BlocListener, we can just change it to BlocConsumer. Okay, and over here for BlocConsumer itself, we don't need any BlocBuilder. It just takes a property which is called builder. So we can comment out this one over here, and we'll see that it still works. Okay, so inside BlocConsumer you can still use pretty much the same. Over here it would be listening, navigating, showing snack bar, and inside BlocBuilder you would be just listening to the states, and based on that you would show new widgets. Okay, so let's go ahead and restart our app, and we'll see nothing changes in terms of behavior. So we are still listening to the states over here, and then we'll do new hat and we'll see how it goes. So look at the messages over here. Let's submit the form. So we see that it popped up, and it popped up as well over here, and we see that first it listened for any state changes inside this builder over here, and then it started to listen for state changes inside this consumer, inside this listener. Okay, so this is the basic difference. Once again, to summarize, Block Builder you'd be using just to listen to changes of the state and return widget. And if you don't want to return widget, something else, then you should do it inside this BlocListener. Now BlocListener also has Block Builder inside, okay? And BlocConsumer combines this listener and builder together. Thank you.